Well, well, well. Long time no see. Let's see if we still remember how to do this. If this is your first video of mine that you're watching, welcome. My name is Danny. I make biking content online, but I've had to take a break for a couple months, and it's been about 3 months since I've done a virtual bike race in the game Zwift that I use. Zwift is a virtual bike racing platform which takes your real power on a smart bike and transfers it to the game, and you race against real people all over the world in a pretty accurate... Oh my God, I'm like getting out of breath just talking to you guys. This race is going to go so poorly. And longtime viewers will not be surprised to hear me say that. We have made almost an art of setting expectations fairly low and then celebrating aggressively when we exceed those expectations. I'm telling you right now, I am not going to do well in this race. I'm in the wrong category. Before I had to take my break, I had gotten to a pretty high level of fitness, which takes near daily aggressive bike riding to maintain, which I have not done. I've been doing mountain biking a couple times a week, but life just got in the way, and here we are. So we're going to build back some fitness this winter. We're going to start posting again a bit more regularly, maybe do the live streams again in the future. But for now, the immediate hurdle is going to be this race. We're going 15 miles, about 500 feet of climbing. If you're not familiar with this game, elevation in the game translates to harder to pedals. I've said that probably a million times and never so awkward as that. So we're going to have to remember how to talk about this sport. One more thing. In my time away from Zwift and posting on social media, I had quite a few people check in on me. And it's a funny thing to recognize that you are exhibiting behavior that deserves checking in on, which I acknowledge. But I'm okay. And I'm very thankful to have connections in my life, even if it's people that I only briefly interacted with online, that care enough about me to check in. It means a lot. And if you're ever considering doing that to somebody that you have a connection with, and you're wondering whether it will be significant to them, go for it. Just reach out, because you never know where people are in life. Oh, there is a familiar face in this race. Eric from Zwift Insider. First race back in about 3 months. Let's see how this goes. Zwift races always start pretty fast. Steering controls back into the draft. Drafting is real in this game. The gentleman I was speaking with before the race, Eric, runs Zwift Insider, easily the best source of Zwift and virtual bike racing news online, and an overall very kind fellow. This race is actually organized by the team that I used to race for. I say used to just because I had to take a break, but if I come back to it, that's who I'll race with again. Coalition. It's November 5th, election night here in America. Things are pretty tense. Honestly happy to be distracted by a bike race. So far this pace is not crazy. I'm able to keep up because it's relatively flat, but I can already feel my legs starting to burn. We're 1 mile in out of 15. So any sort of elevation that comes up is going to be tough. We'll get the fan on, cool off a little bit. Heart rate's already climbing up. My max is usually around 175, 180 at the worst. We've only climbed 62 feet of about 500 plus that we have to climb. And remember, my pedals get harder to push when we go uphill. So climbing is tough, especially if you're out of shape. You'll notice that you don't hear any gear changes. I am switching gears quite a bit. I'm doing them virtually. The bike I have, a Stages SB20 smart bike, has virtual gears.
Eric just said, making a break at the 6 kilometer mark if anyone wants to join. And I said, getting dropped at the first sign of elevation if anyone wants to join. Use our Air Boost power up just to stay with the pack here as long as possible. But this pace is unsustainable for me for much longer. Headband on. Heart rate's way up. I'm dying. So right now, my goal is to stay with this pack for as long as possible so that when I eventually get dropped, I'm far enough ahead of the chasing group that I can eke out a not last place finish. That's about it for me, y'all. Dropping in the next push. This is it for me, folks. We're getting dropped here. We knew it would happen. Still doesn't feel good. All right, we dropped to 18th out of 20. We have one other rider that dropped, St. Denis, Canadian. He's 8 seconds ahead. 5 seconds. Here's our friend here. Let's see if he can ride with us. No, he's dropping. Oh well. 17th place. I walk a lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes. I walk alone. 5 miles left. 2/3 done. I'm well past 2/3 through my energy reserves. So this last third could be interesting. Uh-oh, I used my featherweight too early. We're about to hit a real climb. Rookie mistake. Oh dear. This is gonna hurt. I will say this though, through my pain, the new heads-up display, Zwift, awesome. That elevation meter is such a huge improvement. There's a few cats on this road. I've seen 3 already. Let's see if we see any more. Distract us from the pain. 4 cats. Oh, 1 Shiba. 5 cats. 6 cats. You think we can get double-digit cats? 10 cats? Come on. There's 7. Let's go. Come on, we need some cats here. Coming up on the end of the climb. Only 7 cats before the end of the climb. Disappointing, really. 3 miles left. A lot of it's downhill, which favors me as a heavier rider. We can't catch the people in front of us. They're over 2 minutes ahead, but we're staying ahead of 3 people in this race, holding on to 17th place. So that's our goal. We're holding down pretty good power for not having raced in a long time. Winners are sprinting to the finish right now. Come on, Eric. Push, baby. 10.5 watts per kilogram. Nice power, dude. 1 mile left. The leader's already finished. We're well behind, but we held good power. Gonna try to finish strong here. Half mile. I'm hurting. Trying to keep that power above 3.0 watts per kilogram. Through the arcade here. Hey, thanks, Eric. 500 feet. Ooh. Honestly, not bad. All things considered, 3.1 watts per kilogram. I remember the days not so long ago where I'd be freaking out about getting over 3 watts per kilogram. I know it takes a lot of work to go up from there, but it's a good benchmark. Had a lot of fun. Glad my buddy Eric was in this race. Let's see, 7th place, top 10 in that field is really strong. Nice work. And Jay Meyer there, another mutual. Good power there too.